To the Board of Directors of the Macon Sports Hall of Fame, fellow inductees, family, and friends, I'm truly humbled by this recognition by this board and accept this award on behalf of all of my former teammates and coaches. Without their hard work and support, it would not be possible for me to be standing here tonight. I would like to begin by thanking God, as most of our inductees have recognized, and all of His blessings and patience with me, a sinner. Thank you to my parents, Doyle and Gloria Taylor. As a parent of 3 children of my own, Zachary, Grace, and Olivia Faith, who are and were involved with sports growing up, I realized the tremendous sacrifice of my parents' time and financial resources that was required of them to make sure I made it to all of the hundreds of practices and games, always with the proper uniform, equipment, and food in my belly. And regretfully, I always took that for granted, that I would always be involved in whichever sport was in season. I could not be here tonight without your support, commitment, and sacrifice. Thank you. When I first began participating in athletics, the Macon-Bibb County Recreation Department midget football and basketball leagues were the only leagues. There were no leagues at the schools. There were no upward programs. What a great time for our city. We had tremendous athletes and coaches with extremely competitive games. I believe that God has always surrounded me with individuals with high quality of talent and intelligence. I was coached and mentored by 2 legends, actually 3 legends, in Chester Pierce, Mike Garvin, and Robert Slocum, who taught me the value of hard work, accountability, teamwork, leadership, and the incredible trait to never give up, or quit, no matter how hopeless a situation may seem. Coach Slocum was a great athlete in his own right, a coach, an athletic director, and has influenced thousands of young men and women in this community. I'm blessed to have you in my life, Coach, and to call you a friend. God has always surrounded me with talented people. My Mountain Sales class of 1985 was extraordinary. Before we get to that, I did not want to go to Mountain Sales. All my skating ring buddies at Olympia went to Southwest. And that's where this poor white boy from Bluefield wanted to go. But my mom had a different plan. Out of our small class of 95, 2 of which are inductees into this Hall of Fame, Lee Curtis and Laura Nelson. We've had several doctors, surgeons, attorneys, entrepreneurs, a graduate of West Point Academy, a graduate of the Naval Academy, several veterans of the Middle East conflicts, a minister, and numerous successful mothers and fathers with beautiful children. With all of that talent in that one class, somehow I convinced these people to vote me class president. Again, a poor white boy from Bloomville at a private school. God surrounded me with talented people. Between my junior and senior years in high school, I was selected to attend the Governor's Honors Program in Valdosta, which is a 6-week program with the brightest and most talented high school seniors in the state are put through us on the same campus and put in extremely well-gifted programs. And Jay, you want to talk about haircuts in the 1980s. I went down there loving Prince and Michael Jackson, which I still do, and came back and listened to U2 and REM and everything else. One of my classmates at the Governor's Honor Program was a young girl who was studying drama from Central High School. You may know her name is Carrie Preston. She has just finished her first season as a star and lead role in the CBS legal drama, Elizabeth. God surrounds me with talent. Our Mountain Sales football team, our quarterback Greg Fitzgibbons, who's here with us tonight. Thank you, Greg. Went on to be a starting pitcher at Mercer. His claim to fame is that he struck out Deion Sanders at Florida State. He should be on this stage. And he's probably the reason why Coach Garvin ran the ball all the time. We had a linebacker by the name of Chris Lough who played at Florida A&M. And it wasn't mentioned in the program, but I also was a starting point guard on our basketball team, which had a McDonald's All-American in Chris Slocum, Robert's younger brother. Also, Patrick Natal was on that team who played at Brooklyn Parker. Our basketball team, no shade to the state champion Southwest team, scored over 100 points several times. 100 points in high school with 8-minute quarters and no three-point line. We were running and gunning. Our track teams were loaded. We had 7 individuals who won state titles and still, after 40 years, hold the school record at Mountain Sales. God surrounds me with talent. I attended Georgia Tech, not for athletics, but for academics. However, I found success on the track. My freshman year, I broke the school record for the indoor 300 meters and was part of many winning relay teams, ending in an ACC championship my senior year and being named All-ACC first team. My track team consisted of Antonio McKay, a world record holder in the indoor 400 meters and Olympic gold medalist, Mike Armour, a world record holder in the indoor 500 meters, Derek Atkins, a world champion and Olympic gold medalist in 400 meter hurdles, and James Purvis, an NCAA national champion in 110 meter hurdles. I was with these guys every day at practice. I saw what it took to become a champion and a winner, not only in the field of athletics, but also in life. These guys wanted me to lead the practice. They said, Michael, you lead these runs because you make us better and help us to be the best. After graduating from Georgia Tech, I started my own restaurant, Between the Bread Cafe, with a niche for delivering meals at lunch. And 32 years later, I currently have 3 restaurants with over 70 employees. None of my success in the restaurant business would be possible if God did not surround me with talent. Some of those great individuals are here tonight to support me, and I have to thank all of their hard work and dedication. God surrounds me with talent. Finally, I would like to thank my beautiful wife, Macy, who has been an inspiration to not only myself, but to so many. She has a beautiful soul and spirit, is a great wife, an even better mother. I love you and thank you for your patience and unconditional love for me. I'd like to end by doing something very selfish on my part, and I'll tell you what it is in just a second. On the count of 3, if everybody can just say the name Jesus for me. 1, 2, 3. Jesus. Y'all can do better. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Jesus. One of my greatest fears, I have had thousands of employees. I've also been a volunteer coach in Little League and Upward. And one of my greatest fears is after my time on this earth to be in front of our God and Him to say, "Do you remember John Doe, that delivery guy you had in 1992? Well, you never once said my name in front of him. And he didn't make it. So all of y'all souls are off my list." What y'all do with it now is up to y'all. Good night. Thank y'all.